price of X bags of candy-covered potatoes. So I think someone said candy, then I had potatoes. So we did candy-covered potatoes. P of X is 18 minus 0.02X, where X is the price in dollars. Find the revenue function. How doth we find the revenue function given the price function? There you go. Price times the number of units sold. How many units do we sell? X. So revenue is P of X times X. It was funny, during that brief moment of where everyone was thinking, there was barely any eye contact. Barely any. Our P of X is 18 minus 0.02X. And our X is just X. You know what, I'm going to write that up there. So distributing that X through, what's our revenue function? Very good. 18X minus 0.02X squared. So again, revenue is price times number sold. Cost is typically given to you, but it's the variable cost times the number produced plus the fixed cost. And what's the third one? They tell us about future events. Profit, very good, is revenue minus cost. So don't forget them. If you would, please find the marginal revenue. What does marginal say to do? It says take the derivative. So marginal revenue is the derivative of revenue. So if you would, please find the marginal revenue and then find and interpret R prime. What is the derivative of revenue? 18 0.04x. Is that okay? And then R prime of 10, just stick in 10. So we'll have 18 minus 0.04 times 10, which is 17.6. Interpret, please. Well, it's not price anymore. The revenue. Which Xth? The 10th bag. Yeah. Is, well, remember it's a prime, so it's a rate of change. So is it increasing or decreasing? How do you know? It's positive, yeah. So the revenue at the 10th bag of candy sold is increasing by per bag. So the revenue when the 10th bag is sold is increasing by $17.60 per bag. You could also say the approximate revenue for the 11th bag is $17.60. Both are correct. And depending on the problem, you will have to think about both. Oh, look at that! There's a price and a cost, and then part D, the profit function. If you would, find the profit, find the marginal profit, and then find P prime of 10. Let's make sure this part's correct here because it will affect E and F. So revenue from the part A from before is 18x minus 0.02x squared minus the quantity. Why do we need those parentheses? Yep, change the signs because we're subtracting 0.15x plus 100. So after you distribute your x through and combine like terms, what is your profit function? Very good.
Why is it 18x rather than just 18?
Would anyone like to share their derivative? Very good. So notice for marginal profit, what we could have done, which is not as efficient, is we could have found the derivative of revenue, which we did in part A, find the derivative of cost, which we didn't do formally, and then subtract the two, because that's your sum and difference rule. How many times will you have to really do that? Not many. But you could just find the profit and then find its derivative and call it a day. So P prime of 10. So negative 0.04 times 10 plus this 1785. What do we get here? 1745. Very good. So, interpretation. So the approximate profit from selling the 11th bag would be $17.45. What's the other way of saying it? Profit is increasing by per bag when the 10th bag is sold. Very good. Profit is increasing by $17.45 per bag when the 10th bag is sold.